త్వరలో నూనె గింజల ఉత్పత్తిలో కూడా రికార్డు సృష్టించబోతున్న తెలంగాణ. అంటే వరుసగా 5 రెవల్యూషన్స్ ఆర్ అన్ఫోల్డింగ్ రైట్ ఇన్ ఫ్రంట్ ఆఫ్ యువర్ ఐస్. A green revolution, a white revolution, dairy revolution, a pink revolution, pink ante TRS kaadu, meat processing industry is prospering in Telangana, a blue revolution in the form of aquaculture and inland fisheries, yellow revolution in the form of oil palm cultivation. ఈ 5 రకాల విప్లవాలతో తెలంగాణ గ్రామీణ ఆర్థిక వ్యవస్థ పరిపుష్టమైంది. అందుకే ఈరోజు తెలంగాణ తలసరి ఆదాయం 1,00,000 business if you want to stay competitive. But I'll come to that in a bit. So the innovation I talk about does not confine itself to just government or one arm of government. Each of us in our individual capacities need to start working on innovation within our processes, and therefore in Telangana today, in Hyderabad today, we have India's largest, in fact the world's largest technology incubator called as T-Hub. If you want, we have India's largest, but I'll come prototyping facility called as T-Works. The innovation I talk about does not confine itself. The world's largest pharma city coming up, world's largest pharma cluster coming up in Hyderabad in about 19,000 acres. Now, why am I throwing around the world's largest, India largest number or the words? The reason being, I know economies of scale are important. If India has to compete with China, we need economies of scale. I remember very vividly when Mr. Piyush Goyal was here a couple of years back, we had a closed-door meeting with All India Medical Devices Manufacturers Association. This was right at the time when COVID started. So we were just interacting, taking questions. One of the leaders from the industry stood up. He said, "Sir, I loved your speech, but for me today, it costs lesser to import gloves and masks from China rather than make it completely here. So the transportation costs and everything else, all the import duties, etc., still it is cheaper for me to import than to make in India. So how do I make in India?" Of course, Piyush Goyal gave a very nice speech about nationalistic feelings and a bunch of other things. But what I would recommend CII, and I think all of us together as governments, as state governments, is figure out a way how we can bring about those economies of scale into play, how we can actually compete with the large manufacturing countries like China, like Indonesia, like Malaysia, like Vietnam, how we can stay competitive vis-a-vis the world in terms of quality, also in terms of cost, which I think is the biggest challenge. What do I mean infrastructure? I mean the second I that I mentioned, infrastructure. We not only need good power infrastructure, we need industrial infrastructure, we need water, we need sewerage treatment plants, we need effluent treatment plants, we need zero liquid discharge facilities, we need clean rooms, all the things that are required so that India doesn't again miss out. We missed out on green revolution. We missed out on industrial revolution, the first one. We are not missing out on the digital revolution now that is unleashing and that is unfolding right in front of our